Alright, the Paladin's turn. We are a Templar Paladin. Let's go over the promotion class first. It's a healing roll. We get some support power, some health, and our armors decay quicker. Holy Warrior gets enhanced by healing the group member with the lowest health. There's a whole lot of things on there, but it's mostly for damaging. Doesn't really matter too much for the healing build that we have here. Devotion skills with support power cleanses and prevents all damage over time. So that's an amazing cleanse. Amazing cleanse. And it heals based on the damage I'm doing. You kind of just want to use this as a good cleanse, right? It's a nice little buff to have if you're doing damage, which you will probably not be doing too much of. So just a really good cleanse. Divine Light is like the bread and butter of the Templar. It puts down an AoE field of healing and damaging enemies, and it also gives you some pips for the damage that you're doing. It's absolutely amazing. A special Paladin passive over here increases crit healing amount and crit healing chance by 2% every time an ally is healed. It stacks up to 25 times, so that is 50% crit chance and crit healing, which is also the max on your crit strike, so that is pretty awesome. Healing burst is literally what it says. It is a burst of healing. That is it. And then here we have a bunch of passive nodes, and mitigation goes up. So it's interesting to note that our plate durability goes down quicker, but there's a big but. Our mitigation cap is 75%. It's really high. So if you hit that cap, you're just super tanky, right? Okay, let's go over the base skills of the Paladin here. So the Holy Warrior, we just covered that. It's in the specialization. It gives us a heal and increases max HP. The Righteous Stand, that is a parry. So instead of a dodge, we're gonna have a parry in here where we just kind of block attacks, take less damage. Two of the passive nodes right here, right there. There is an execute ability up here that's not on the bar. We're not using it. Don't have room for it. It's damage, so don't really care. More stats there and there. The devotion power is here. That's the really good cleanse that we were talking about. Then the divine light, like I said, the bread and butter of the paladin. Great AoE healing and pip generations. And then there is a reproach here, which is a 3-part combo. Most notably, the Righteous Smash is really important. It gives a 25% healing modifier buff to the group. It's kind of a short cooldown, so you also get to use the Radiant Sweep in there for some knockdown action. We have here the Righteous Reflections. So when we're blocking, we reflect 50% of the damage back. Useful, probably better than the other one to get there. So. And then we have the Censure Power, which is just a gap closer, and it generates some pips. So that's kind of like the base tree here. I have put in a Runecaster as a major with a Sanctuary buff in here, 2000 resist all. That is like roughly 20% mitigation. It's awesome. Reactive Barrier has a chance for my attacks to generate some support power. With 200, that's like a lot, right? Freedom Fighter in here. Free action for 9 seconds, immunity to crowd control for the group. That's important to note with the Reproach power, because this is a 3-part combo to hit the personal healing modifier. Being a CC immune while you're executing a 3-part combo is kind of important. And there is a cleanse here as well. A little bit worse cleanse than the other one, but I mean, not necessarily worse, just different kind of cleanse. Also increases your physical resistances by 1000. We've got Guardian Rhythms in here, which is just a song that you keep on permanently. It reduces damage taken by 5%. Just amazing. Some Toughness in here, boost the group's health by 1500, and Resurrection, that is currently not on the hotbar, but you can swap that in and out as you need it. Those are all the skills I have. Gear is like irrelevant. We can go over the abilities of this guy. So first off is the Holy Warrior. It's not very flashy, you don't really see anything. It just heals the group member while, you know, making pretty noises. Next up is the Devotion. That is a good cleanse I was talking about. It's a buff that gets put on myself as well, and it heals for, I don't know, like 10 to 20% more than the damage you're doing. And if you're not critting on your attack, your heal still gets to crit, so that is that. Well, the other one is the group heal, just a little bit of a burst healing, not bad values for being naked, right? Then the big important thing about the Templar is this field that we have just deployed here. It's dealing damage, it's healing, and it's generating pips. It is just amazing. Then the attacks, the 3-part combo with the Righteous Smash in there, that gives us the Righteous Smash buff. Let me see if I can show that. 15% healing modifier. The tooltip is a little weird, but actually 25% healing modifier on there. This is the Purify. Not very flashy, just removes Black Mantle, Frostbite, etc. Over here we have our free action. We're nice and blue. Always good to note, if your enemies are glowing blue like this, they are CC immune, whether it is from an ult or free action. Cannot be CC'd, so hold on with applying CCs. The Sanctuary, that is a field that gets deployed, which is also quite big with the 2000 resist all. We have here the Toughness, 45 seconds of extra hit points. And we have the Gap Closer in there as well. Gotta aim that a little bit better, but sure. And the last button that you see there is the Guardian Rhythms that it was just on all the time. Nice little song. You can see the effect around us. Yeah, you can see nice little symbols of music. Missed one thing, and that is the ultimate here. It stuns enemies, increases max health, and it gives me a heal, plus cleanses CC effects. It's a big health boost, right? 3k, it's kind of big. It's a very long cooldown, but it's kind of a long buff, and powerful CC, so that is it. The way you play this guy is a little tricky. Well, maybe not tricky, but there is a lot of things to keep in mind. Like when you engage on the Gap Closer, you get in there. Probably the first thing you want to do is deploy your field over here. Maybe pop your free action, wait for somebody to get CC'd, hit them with your 3-part combo to get the healing buff on your team. Maybe you need to burst heal them a little bit. Maybe you need to cleanse them, try to smack something in between to get some passive healing going as well. This is also a heal for the lowest group member, and you get to weave in maybe a little bit of CC in there, buff the team with some HP, put down your rune field, some more AoE healing, and maybe you need to get out again and you just jump out, disengage. One thing I didn't go over yet is the actual parrying. This is us parrying. When we parry, we are slow moving, so we don't have a dodge, but we do have the damage reduction from the parry here. As you can see, it slowly takes up the pips that we're using for some of our spells too. But the beautiful thing is that if we are in mid-combat in a group of enemies, let's say these target dummies are enemies, put our field down and we're blocking, this field is generating pips while our block is using them, and it kind of just sustains itself, right? So we're reflecting also 50% damage back if we're taking ranged damage, and we just become real tanky. So you could be in the front line, you could block a lot, and react accordingly to what your team needs. Maybe they need some healings, maybe they need some buffs. And, you can just kind of stay in there as long as you get your pips to keep blocking. There is one big thing about this Templar that is very important to note. This block gets to cancel most of your animations. None of the animations we get from the disciplines, but our own skills we get to cancel. So if we use the number 2 ability, it got popped in here, and we instantly blocked the whole animation with the parry. I wanted to make some pips there, but that's fine too. We can do the same thing on number 4 here. That's the deploying field. You don't even see the animation anymore, you just insta cancel it with the block. And our burst heal, same story, bomb. We heal it, we cancel the animation. So On number 2, number 3, and number 4 on the hotbar slot, which is Devotion, Healing Burst, and Divine Light, are all able to be animation cancelled. The rest of the skills are not, but that is good because this is a bit of a long animation, right? The heal not so much, but yeah, still there. And then the deploying of the field is a huge animation that even locks you into place. So being able to cancel those things is pretty damn big. All right, that's what I had to say about the Templar Paladin.